All right, guys, so we've talked about becoming a fat burner. It takes 10 to 14 days to make the switch. And I want to talk about, so you can be a fat burner without being in ketosis, okay? So ketosis is a method or a process in the body that basically turns your fat into ketone bodies that your body can use for energy. So like we've discussed in the call, most of us are sugar burners. We're searching for glucose, sugar to burn fat or to burn for energy. We're switching that over and now we're going to be burning fat. What I'm going to teach you guys today is about keto strips, and this is how you can test to see if you are in fat burning mode. So ketosis is great. I have been in ketosis off and on for about 3 years. I love it. It is kind of the next step up. So you can improve your fat metabolism by increasing your dietary fat, but ketosis is the next version. I want to talk real quick about a couple things that are really important to note to stay in ketosis. When we're on ketosis, you guys, it's really important that we're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, okay? Now, there is going to be an adjustment period, and they call it like the carb flu, right? And it takes 10 to 14 days, and you will hit a wall where you're going to kind of, and we've talked about this, where you're going to kind of feel not so good, you're going to question everything we're doing, but then you're going to come back and you're going to feel amazing, right? And so 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it is super important that you're getting good sleep to start. If you're doing it's good, it's important that you get good sleep no matter what, but being in ketosis, it really is. So, you know, we have talked about how to switch the fuel mix, and we're going to be doing bulletproof coffee in the morning. And, you know, we recommend the Left Coast Performance MCT oil, and that is great. That is a mix of C8 and C10, okay? The C stands for carbon molecules. So in the C8, there's 8 carbon molecules. In the C10, there's 10 carbon molecules. Most MCT oils are a mix between C8 and C10. What we are finding is C8 oil has a remarkable ability to keep the body in ketosis, even overriding ketosis, you know, when you eat some carbs. So let's say that 25 grams of carbs through white rice pulled you out of ketosis, right? Well, if you were to take 2 shots of C8 oil with that rice, chances are that you would remain in ketosis. So the pure C8 oil, the brand that I recommend is Mickey's 8. It is about twice as expensive, you guys. But if you have the money, it is worth it. And this stuff just lights your brain on fire. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about how we use the keto strips, okay? So we got these little strips here, and they're just little pea sticks, right? We're going to check and see if you're pregnant. And I'm going to come up and show you. Here there is different, you know, marks. And this will tell you if you're in large, you know, extra large, moderate, or small ketosis, right? And so people always assume that more is better, right? So they want to be in the darkest version of ketosis. You guys, I've been putting our clients through ketosis for over 2 years, and everybody's a little bit different. A lot of people thrive in moderate ketosis, right? And a lot of people do well in deep ketosis. It doesn't, like the sweet spot for burning fat sometimes is moderate for people. So I don't want you to get consumed and you're like, hey, I can't get deep into the dark red ketosis. You are still burning fat. But the reason that we do this is because we want to check your fat metabolism and make sure it works. Depending on how long you've eaten carbohydrates, like if you have been a sugar lover for 30 years, it may take you a little bit longer to get into ketosis, okay? And here's the cool thing about ketosis is the body adapts to it. It's gonna, like for me, it is so much easier to keep my body in ketosis because I've been doing this for 2 years than somebody that's been doing it for 2 weeks. Drink water like it's your job, okay? So, you know, we hear all these different things like how much water should we drink? A gallon a day. You know, I don't drink a gallon of water a day. Some days I do. If I'm detoxing, I do. And the reason being is because the more fluids that we consume, the more minerals and vitamins that we deplete out of our system. Now, you still want to drink a lot of water, at least a half a gallon a day. Stay hydrated, drink 10 to 24 ounces first thing upon waking in the morning. Now, a lot of the trouble with this, and so what I want you guys to do is when you wake up first thing in the morning, now remember, before you go to bed, I want you drinking 20 ounces of water, right? Or at least 12. I want you drinking a big glass of water right before bed. We tend to sweat a lot in our sleep when we get dehydrated in our sleep. And if we are dehydrated, the ketone strips can misread, right? And so what I want you guys to do is you are going to be taken one of these strips. Now this is after you have changed the fuel mix, right? So you don't even start using the keto strips until after 14 days. Now after 14 days, you can start to pee on these strips. I want you to pee first thing in the morning on the keto strips. Then I want you to pee after your first meal, like 30 minutes after your first meal on the keto strips. What we're gonna be doing is I want you guys to start identifying what's putting you in and pulling you out of ketosis, right? So like I said, it's different for everybody. 20 grams of carbs may pull this person out of ketosis. 50 grams of carbs may not pull another out of ketosis. Now, most generally it will, okay? But it's super, super important that we are staying hydrated and that we are remaining in ketosis. And so you're gonna pee on this in the morning, you're gonna pee on this after your first meal, and you're just gonna check it. And like I said, you guys, as long as we're moderate, we're good, right? Everybody is gonna be a little bit different. Some people are gonna be better in heavy ketosis, some people are gonna be better in moderate, and after you do this for a while, you will find your sweet spot. So now I wanna give you guys a tip to keep you deeper into ketosis, right? So ketosis is remarkable, and when we're in ketosis and we're fasting, we're just simply stripping body fat off. Well, what I recommend is that you eat high fat and protein for lunch, and you add a few carbs in for dinner. And when I mean carbs, I mean sweet potato, a small amount of white rice, just a little bit of carbohydrates. Well, carbs pull you out of ketosis, so what you get to do is I take a supplement called bitter melon extract. So I'll take 2 bitter melon extract pills before I eat carbs, and that will keep me into ketosis. And if it throws me out, I will come back into ketosis much faster. So just to recap, I want you peeing on the keto strips 2 to 3 times a day. You guys can play with it. You can, if you're eating some carbs with dinner, why don't you pee on the strip 30 minutes after dinner and see if this is pulling you in or out of ketosis. Ketosis is fat burning mode. This is the goal. So, and like I said, a lot of times because you're dehydrated in the morning, your first pee will misread, and that's okay. But it should be pretty accurate. But if you're super dehydrated, it could misread. And so the goal is, again, I will show you this, okay? We are gonna be reading the keto strips, and you guys are welcome to post your keto strips in the clients only member group, and we can give you some feedback and everything like that. Hey, I'm super excited for you guys. It's time to live in the world of a fat burner. This is Tyson James Lee, reminding each and every one of you to be about that action, boss.